how God has different titles. I was thinking about that song, Rapha, Elohim. And it had me thinking about the fact that pagans, people who don't believe in Christ, people who believe in multiple gods and multiple deities, they attribute different roles and different pieces of dominion to different gods, right? So there's a god of the ocean, supposedly. There's a god of the sky, supposedly. There's a god of the land and the cattle, supposedly. There's a god of fertility, like in Kings and Chronicles, talking about Asherah. There's a god of the afterlife. There's a god of heaven and hell. And what's wild about that is because it doesn't, it can't, okay? It cannot, but it attempts to splinter the image of God, splinter the nature of God, because God in totality and in dominion is overseeing all of this. He's overseeing not just earth, but our entire universe, because he's omnipresent and he lives inside and outside of time. But it attempts to split his nature because God is so full and so capable of running all of this that he doesn't need different gods to do it. He just has different titles to do it. El Gibbor, mighty one. El Shaddai, the one who's sufficient for the needs of his people. Jireh, the one who provides. El Roy, the God who sees. So God doesn't need to make himself smaller or make multiple pieces of himself to fulfill those needs. He's just capable of fulfilling all of those needs because he has complete and total dominion. And when he needs to fulfill somebody's need here, he can step into El Shaddai, he can step into Jireh, he can step into El Gibbor, mighty one, the God of the armies, the God who's able to save. He could be El Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts. Like, he will show up in the way that he needs to show up because he has that all within him because of his omnipresence. And I'm not trying to talk about modalism or anything here, so y'all chill out. I'm just saying that God is capable of fulfilling all of these different roles. And it's so funny because it's a legitimate juxtaposition to pagans, to how New Agers and people who practice witchcraft and natural spirituality believe. They believe that God is little and he has distinct spaces that he can operate in and out of. So therefore there's different gods for all of these different and distinct spaces. But no, the one true God doesn't need to be shattered like that. His nature can't be shattered like that. He just is. And so he's capable of fulfilling all of the things that need to be fulfilled in this world. And I just think that's incredible, because how big is our God and how silly is Satan? It's just like we always say, Satan is not able to create. He's only able to mirror and mimic. So because he can't do everything, he has to have little demons and little imps operating in different spaces, because he's not omnipresent. He needs these other little things present in different spaces. But God, on the other hand, doesn't need an entourage because he's God all by himself. That's all. Oh, and drop your favorite title for God in the comments below. I want to see what stands out to you and why.